Emotions are easy to control when life is calm. Anyone can feel strong when nothing is happening. Anyone can feel confident when nothing is being tested. Anyone can feel stable when nothing is shaking their world. The real test comes when pressure enters your space, when words hit you, when disrespect touches you, when betrayal shows its face, when disappointment arrives, when fear appears, when anger rises, when pain shows up without warning. That is where most people lose control, not because they are weak, but because they are untrained. Their emotions drive their actions, their feelings control their choices, their reactions expose their power. Detaching from emotional triggers does not mean becoming cold. It does not mean becoming empty. It does not mean becoming distant from life. It means becoming the one who decides how to respond instead of being controlled by impulse. It means learning how to feel without losing control. It means learning how to stay calm without shutting down. It means learning how to stay present without being pulled into chaos. Most people live in reaction mode. Something happens and they respond without thought. A word is said and they explode. A message is ignored and they spiral. A look is given and they feel disrespected. A delay happens and they feel rejected. Their emotions move faster than their mind. Their body reacts before their logic wakes up. This gives others power over them. Anyone who can control your emotions can control your behavior. Anyone who can trigger your feelings can guide your actions. Anyone who can shake your calm can direct your decisions. Emotional triggers are patterns. They come from past pain, from old wounds, from past rejection, from past fear, from past loss, from past shame, from moments where you felt small, ignored, betrayed, powerless, or hurt. These memories sit quietly inside the body. When life touches the same feeling again, the body reacts. The mind follows. The reaction feels automatic, it feels natural, it feels justified, but it is not power. It is programming. Detachment begins with awareness. You start noticing what triggers you, not blaming others, not blaming the world, not blaming the situation. You observe yourself. What makes your chest tighten? What makes your jaw clench? What makes your breath change? What makes your voice rise? What makes your thoughts race? What makes your body tense? These signals show you where you are still vulnerable. These are the places where control can be taken from you. A person who wants power studies himself before studying others. He learns his weak points. He learns his emotional habits. He learns his reaction patterns. He learns what pulls him off balance. He learns what clouds his thinking. He learns what makes him rush. He learns what makes him defensive. He learns what makes him silent. He learns what makes him aggressive. This self-knowledge becomes protection. Awareness creates distance. Distance creates control. Detachment is not about ignoring feelings. It is about separating feeling from action. You can feel anger without acting on anger. You can feel hurt without becoming weak. You can feel fear without freezing. You can feel sadness without losing direction. You can feel pressure without losing focus. Emotion becomes information, not instruction. Emotion becomes a signal, not a command. Most people confuse feeling with truth. If they feel angry, they think they must act. If they feel offended, they think they must respond. If they feel scared, they think they must retreat. If they feel insecure, they think they must seek approval. Feelings are real, but they are not always right. They come from the nervous system, not from wisdom. Detachment means creating space between what you feel and what you do. This space is power. In that space you choose, you breathe, you slow down, you think, you observe, you decide. You act with control, you move with intention, you respond instead of reacting. Response is power, reaction is weakness. Triggered braid sees the Deshan's Sothery, the four sees clearly. A trigger's sword sees abrasion, a purpose clearly. A calm mind sees clearly. A triggered mind sees only emotion. A calm mind notices patterns. A triggered mind sees only threat. A calm mind chooses strategy. A triggered mind chooses impulse. A calm mind builds outcomes. A triggered mind creates problems. Detaching from triggers also means you stop taking everything personally. Not everything is about you. Not every action is aimed at you. Not every silence is rejection. Not every delay is disrespect. Not every disagreement is attack. Not every boundary is insult. When you take everything personally, you live in constant defense. Defense creates tension. Tension creates exhaustion. Exhaustion weakens judgment. A grounded person understands this. He does not assume. He observes. He gathers information. He watches behavior. He studies patterns. He waits before forming conclusions. He stays neutral until facts are clear. This calm presence keeps him balanced. This balance keeps him powerful. People who cannot detach become predictable, their triggers become visible, their reactions become known. Others learn how to push their buttons. Others learn how to control their mood. Others learn how to manipulate their feelings. Emotional transparency becomes vulnerability. Vulnerability without control becomes weakness. Detachment protects your inner world. It protects your clarity. It protects your focus. It protects your energy. It protects your direction. It keeps your mind clean. It keeps your decisions sharp. It keeps your vision clear. This does not mean becoming distant from people. It means becoming stable around people. It means becoming calm in chaos. It means becoming grounded in pressure. It means becoming steady in conflict. It means becoming clear in confusion. When you detach from emotional triggers, your presence changes. Your energy slows. Your voice steadies. Your movements become controlled. Your reactions become measured. Your silence becomes powerful. Your words become precise. People begin to feel unsure around you. Not because you are dangerous, but because you are unreadable. Unreadable people create psychological pressure. Calm creates tension in others. Stillness makes noise around it feel loud. Control creates unease in those who live in chaos. Detachment also changes how you experience pain. Pain still exists, but it does not rule you. It does not define you. It does not control your behavior. It does not direct your future. It becomes a teacher, not a ruler. It becomes a lesson, not a chain. You stop living from wounds. You stop reacting from fear. You stop acting from anger. You stop moving from insecurity. You stop choosing from neediness. You start choosing from clarity. You start acting from discipline. You start moving from purpose. You start speaking from calm. You start living from strength. The strongest people are not the loudest. They are not the most aggressive. They are not the most emotional. They are the most controlled. They are the most stable. They are the most disciplined. They are the most calm. They are the most consistent. Detachment is trained daily. In small moments, when something irritates you and you stay silent, when something offends you and you breathe, when something hurts you and you stay focused, when someone tries to provoke you and you remain calm, when pressure rises and you slow down, when chaos appears and these small moments build inner authority. They teach your nervous system safety. They teach your mind control. They teach your body calm. Over time, reactions weaken, clarity strengthens, stability grows, control becomes natural. A person who masters detachment becomes hard to control and easy to trust, hard to manipulate and easy to respect, hard to shake and easy to follow. People feel safe around stability. People respect calm. People trust control. People follow strength that does not panic. You are not here to be emotionless in the sense of empty. You are here to be emotionless in the sense of ungoverned, not ruled by feelings. not driven by impulse, not controlled by reaction, not moved by pressure, not shaken by chaos. Your emotions should serve you, not rule you. Your feelings should inform you, not control you. Your reactions should be chosen, not automatic. Detaching from emotional triggers is the foundation of power. Without it, influence fades. Without it, authority collapses. Without it, clarity disappears. Without it, control is impossible. When you master this, your life changes quietly. Your mind becomes calm. Your energy becomes steady. Your focus becomes sharp. Your presence becomes grounded. Your decisions become clear. Your path becomes stable. People around you will feel the shift. Some will respect it. Some will fear it. Some will be confused by it. Some will try to test it. Some will try to break it. But your calm will remain. Your control will stay. Your direction will hold. This is the beginning of real control. Not over others first, but over yourself. And the one who controls himself is always ahead of the one who tries to control the world. Power begins when your emotions stop owning you. Strength begins when your reactions stop leading you. Control begins when your calm becomes unbreakable. Detach from emotional triggers, and no one can pull your strings. No one can hijack your mind. No one can direct your behavior. No one can own your reactions. No one can control your future. Your calm becomes your shield. Your clarity becomes your weapon. Your discipline becomes your identity. Your control becomes your power. Control is not silence. Control is not coldness. Control is not distance. Control is mastery. It is the ability to stay steady when everything around you tries to pull you out of balance. It is the power to choose your response when your body wants to react. It is the discipline to pause when your mind wants to rush. It is the strength to stay calm when pressure rises. Most people believe power comes from force. Real power comes from control. The person who controls his reactions controls his direction. The person who controls his direction controls his future. Reactions are automatic for most people. A word is spoken and their body reacts. A look is given and their mood changes. A message is ignored and their thoughts spiral. A delay happens and they feel rejected. A challenge appears and they feel threatened. These reactions feel natural, but they are not chosen. They are habits, patterns learned over time. Programs built by past experiences, old fear, old pain, old insecurity, old shame, old anger. These patterns live in the nervous system. They move faster than thought. They bypass logic. They control behavior without permission. A person who wants power cannot live like this. Automatic reactions create predictable behavior. Predictable behavior creates vulnerability. When people know how you react, they know how to move you. When they know how to move you, they can control you. Control begins when reactions slow down. When the space between feeling and action becomes wide, in that space, choice appears. In that space, freedom exists. In that space, power is born. Controlling reactions does not mean suppressing emotions. It means managing them. It means feeling without losing direction. It means staying aware while the body feels. It means staying present while the mind processes. It means staying grounded while pressure rises. Emotion can exist without control being lost. Feeling does not have to lead to action. Most people believe reacting is honesty. They believe showing emotion is strength. They believe expression is power. But uncontrolled expression is exposure. Exposure creates weakness. Weakness invites pressure. Pressure creates chaos. Chaos destroys clarity. A controlled person does not rush to respond. He listens, he observes, he processes, he measures, he waits. Waiting is power. Silence is power. Stillness is power. Calm is power. These things create space. Space creates clarity. Clarity creates reactions. Shorten your vision. They narrow your thinking. They block strategy. They create short-term decisions. They lead to regret. They create conflict. They burn bridges. They destroy trust. They damage reputation. They expose weakness. One reaction can undo years of discipline. Control protects everything you build. It protects your image. It protects your influence. It protects your relationships. It protects your direction. It protects your future. Control is not about being passive. It is about being precise. A person who controls his reactions becomes unreadable. People cannot predict him. They cannot provoke him easily. They cannot manipulate him easily. They cannot push him into chaos. This creates psychological pressure. People become careful. They choose their words. They slow their behavior. They respect his presence. Not because he is aggressive, but because he is stable. Reaction control also changes how you experience conflict. Conflict no longer feels like a threat. It becomes information, it becomes data, it becomes insight. You observe patterns, you study motives. You read behavior, you understand intentions. This turns tension into knowledge. Knowledge becomes advantage. When someone tries to provoke you and you remain calm, power shifts. When someone insults you and you do not react, power shifts. When someone disrespects you and you stay controlled, power shifts. When someone tries to embarrass you and you remain steady, power shifts. Calm creates imbalance in those who expect reaction. Most people feed on emotional response. They want reaction, they want noise, they want chaos, they want control. When they do not get it, they lose power. Their strategy fails, their influence weakens. Reaction control also changes your inner world. Your mind becomes quieter, your body becomes calmer, your nervous system feels safer. Your thoughts slow down, your focus sharpens, your energy stabilizes. This creates clarity. Clarity creates direction. Direction creates progress. A person who reacts less sees more. He notices details others miss. He sees patterns others ignore. He hears what is not said. He reads what is hidden. He understands what is subtle. This awareness creates advantage. Advantage creates influence. Influence creates power. Reactions come from identity. If you see yourself as fragile, you react defensively. If you see yourself as small, you react aggressively. If you see yourself as insecure, you react emotionally. If you see yourself as stable, you respond calmly. Identity shapes reaction. Reaction shapes outcome. Controlling reactions means building a stable self-image. You see yourself as grounded, capable, disciplined, focused, strong, calm. This identity changes how you respond to the world. You no longer feel the need to prove yourself. You no longer feel the need to defend your ego. You no longer feel the need to react to every word. You no longer feel the need to fight every battle. Not every challenge deserves your energy. Not every insult deserves your attention. Not every conflict deserves your response. Not every disagreement deserves your voice. Selective reaction is power. Strategic silence is strength. Calm restraint is dominance. Reaction control also protects your emotional energy. Emotional chaos drains focus. Mental noise drains clarity. Inattention drains strength. Control preserves your energy. It keeps you sharp. It keeps you focused. It keeps you disciplined. It keeps you moving forward. People who live in reaction mode live in exhaustion. Their emotions rise and fall all day. Their mood shifts constantly. Their focus breaks easily. Their energy leaks everywhere. They feel tired even when they rest. This is emotional fatigue. It weakens judgment. It weakens discipline. It weakens direction. A controlled person lives with steady energy. His mind is calm. His focus is stable. His emotions are regulated. His thoughts are clear. His direction is steady. He does not burn himself out on unnecessary reactions. He invests his energy where it matters. Reaction control also builds trust. People trust calm people. People trust stable people. People trust predictable discipline. People trust emotional control. They feel safe around it. They respect it. They follow it. Leaders are not the loudest. They are the calmest. They are not the most emotional. They are the most controlled. They are not the most reactive. They are the most stable. When pressure hits, everyone looks for stability. When chaos rises, everyone searches for calm. When fear spreads, everyone looks for control. The one who remains calm becomes the center. The one who stays steady becomes the anchor. The one who controls reactions becomes the leader. Control is built in silence, in daily moments, in small situations, in private struggles, in personal discipline, in inner work. When you stop reacting to small things, you train for big things. When you master small pressure, you prepare for real pressure. You do not wake up controlled. You train control through patience, through awareness, through discipline, through restraint, through repetition. Every time you pause instead of reacting, you grow stronger. Every time you breathe instead of exploding, you grow steadier. Every time you think instead of rushing, you grow wiser. Every time you stay calm instead of panicking, you grow more powerful. Control your reactions and your life becomes quieter inside. Control your reactions and your decisions become clearer. Control your reactions and your future becomes stable. Control your reactions and your influence grows. No one can control a person who controls himself. No one can move a person who is grounded. No one can shake a person who is stable. No one can manipulate a person who is calm. Your power is not in force, it is in control. Your strength is not in noise. It is in discipline. Your influence is not in reaction, it is in restraint. Master your reactions and the world loses its grip on you. Master your reactions and pressure becomes light. Master your reactions and chaos becomes quiet. Master your reactions and fear loses its voice. This is real power, silent, calm, steady, controlled, unshaken, unmoved, unbreakable. The greatest advantage in any room is not strength. It is not status. It is not money. It is not position. It is awareness, the ability to read people while staying unreadable yourself. To see without being seen, to understand without being exposed, to observe without revealing your thoughts. This is quiet power. This is psychological control. This is influence without force. Most people reveal themselves too quickly. Their emotions show on their face. Their thoughts spill through their words. Their fear leaks through their tone. Their insecurity shows in their posture. Their desire shows in their eyes. Their intentions become visible before their plans are formed. They talk too much. They explain too much. They react too fast. They show too much. This makes them easy to read, easy to predict, easy to manipulate, easy to control. A person who wants power learns restraint. He learns stillness. He learns silence. He learns patience. He learns observation. He understands that information is strength. And information comes from watching, not talking, from listening, not reacting, from noticing, not reading. People begins with silence. When you speak less, you see more. When you react less, you understand more. When you slow down, you notice patterns. People reveal themselves naturally when they feel safe. They show their motives in small ways, in how they treat others, in how they speak about people who are not present, in how they respond to pressure, in how they handle disagreement, in how they treat those with less power, in how they treat those with more power. Behavior never lies, words often do. A person can speak confidence and live fear. A person can speak loyalty and live selfishness. A person can speak honesty and live manipulation. But behavior always shows the truth. How someone acts when no one is watching reveals who they are. How they act when they think they are winning shows their nature. How they act when they are losing shows their character. To read people, you must be calm. A noisy mind cannot observe. An emotional mind cannot analyze. But a reactive mind cannot understand. Calm creates clarity, stillness creates vision, control creates perception. When you stay calm, people forget to guard themselves. When you stay neutral, people reveal their intentions. When you stay silent, people fill the space with their truth. When you do not chase validation, people show their motives. When you do not seek approval, people show their agendas. Most people talk to be seen. A powerful person listens to understand. Most people speak to impress. A powerful person watches to learn. Most people perform. A powerful person observes. Reading people is not about judging. It is about understanding. It is about seeing patterns. It is about recognizing behavior. It is about learning how people think. It is about seeing what drives them. It is about knowing what they value. It is about understanding what they fear. It is about recognizing desire controls people, fear moves people, comfort weakens people, pride blinds people, ego exposes people, insecurity directs people. When you learn to see these things, you understand their actions. You stop taking things personally. You stop reacting emotionally. You stop being confused by behavior. You start seeing structure. People reveal themselves through consistency, not through moments. Watch what repeats. Watch what patterns show up. Watch what behaviors stay. Watch what attitudes remain. Patterns are truth. Moments are noise. When you read people, you do not confront them. You do not expose them. You do not challenge them. You do not correct them. You store the information. You use it for understanding. You use it for strategy. You use it for protection. You use it for direction. Reading people without revealing yourself means you control what others know about you. You do not share your fears. You do not expose your weaknesses. You do not reveal your plans. You do not announce your moves. You do not explain your thinking. You do not display your emotions. You do not perform your struggles. You do not broadcast your intention. Mystery creates distance. Distance creates respect. Respect creates influence. Influence creates power. When people cannot read you, they become unsure. When they are unsure, they become careful. When they are careful, they slow down. When they slow down, you gain advantage. A person who reveals everything becomes predictable. A predictable person becomes controllable. A controllable person becomes weak in psychological space. Control your expressions, control your tone, control your posture, control your words, control your reactions, control your disclosures. This does not make you fake. It makes you disciplined. It makes you strategic. It makes you protected. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is information control. It keeps your power intact. It protects your clarity. It preserves your advantage. It maintains your position. People respect what they cannot access easily. They value what they cannot read easily. They fear what they cannot understand. When you speak less, your words carry more weight. When you react less, your presence feels stronger. When you reveal less, your identity feels deeper. When you show less, your influence grows. Reading people also protects you from manipulation. When you see patterns, you recognize lies. When you see motives, you recognize agendas. When you see behaviors, you recognize danger. When you see inconsistencies, you recognize deception. You stop trusting words. You start trusting patterns. You stop believing promises. You start believing actions. You stop following talk. You start following behavior. A person who reads people is not easily fooled, not easily misled, not easily controlled, not easily pressured, not easily confused. This creates inner safety, inner stability, inner calm. You move through life aware, not anxious, observant, not fearful, alert, not paranoid, focused, not distracted. When you combine awareness with silence, you become powerful in psychological space. You know more than you show. You see more than you reveal. You understand more than you express. People feel this. They sense it. They feel your presence. They feel your calm. They feel your control. They feel your depth. They feel your stability. They feel your strength. Some will respect it. Some will fear it. Some will try to challenge it. Some will try to provoke it. Some will try to break it, but your calm will hold, your silence will protect, your control will remain. You are not here to be understood by everyone. You are here to understand the world. You are not here to explain yourself. You are here to build your future. You are not here to perform your thoughts. You are here to execute your vision. Reading people without revealing yourself gives you clarity without exposure, knowledge without vulnerability, awareness without risk, control without conflict. This is how influence is built. This is how advantage is created. This is how power is protected. This is how strength becomes silent. The loudest person in the room is often the weakest. The calmest person is often the strongest. The quietest presence often holds the most control. See without showing, know without speaking, understand without revealing, observe without reacting, learn without explaining. When you master this, you move through life protected, grounded, stable, clear, focused, strong. People will talk, people will guess, people will assume, people will speculate, but they will not know. And that is power, because the one who is hardest to read is the hardest to control.